Hey, thanks for checking out my video. This is going to be a quick little day one update for the Frostblades League Starter. I made it to level 88. I just finished my Eater and Exarch Void Stones, and I'll show you guys what my gear looks like. I picked up this claw off the ground. It's pretty good, pretty solid. Big cold damage, attack speed, put crit on it. I bought my Heat Shiver very, very early for very cheap, about 3 hours into the league. I happened to drop a Divine Orb during the campaign, so I got really lucky there. So I immediately sold it, and I got this Heat Shiver for 7 Chaos. Uh, got my yoke. I paid 1.5 Divines for this last night. I farmed most of that Chaos myself, just selling random little 2C items, fragments, offerings, stuff like that. And we slapped Divine Judgment on it because it's a cheap anoint, and I happened to find a black oil from a blight. This shield isn't really good. Just happened to, actually I think I bought this shield for like 2 chaos because I was trying to fix my resists. And then I picked up these boots off the ground. They were really good. But this is the best item I've found, I think, probably. So I'll probably keep using these for a while until I need to get suppression on them. I bought this belt for 2 chaos to fix my strength when I switched to yoke. When I switched to yoke, I had some attribute issues, so I just bought this belt to get strength. These gloves are not really good at all. They are just these are like Act 5 gloves, guys. These gloves are terrible. This ring, same thing. This ring is really bad. I bought a corrupted 6 link. I'm using Ruthless right now instead of Ice Bite because this was the only 6 link I could find at the time. I think I paid like 20C for this 6 link. This ring is another ring I bought for 2C when I swapped to yoke because it had int on it. So I got int, damage, life, resists with an open prefix. So this is a nice enough ring. I think I paid 1C for this ring. And then got my flasks up. Suffixes are correct, but they're low tiers, but they'll work for now. And then I just went with shock effect for the 4th suffix. And the tree is pretty much exactly the same as the day one POB tree that I shared with you guys. The only thing I changed is I got this mastery right here instead of the 50 life one. This mastery makes your mapping feel a lot smoother because what will happen is when you're mapping, you will be frostbladesing and you'll run out of mana. And then when you run out of mana, you won't be able to frostblink. So you'll be like trying to hit something and then you'll try to frostblink and you won't have the mana. Uh, and so this mastery will prevent that from happening and make mapping a lot smoother. And then other than that, the tree is the same. And I thought I'd show you guys a little POB comparison between the two setups. So here's the day one POB that I shared with you guys, and then this is my actual character here, and you can see the difference here. So we exceeded the damage of the day one POB. The only difference is I haven't got suppression yet, really. And I don't have as much evasion either, but still enough evasion to make mapping feel good. I've been doing red maps, no problem. And I haven't bothered to get suppression yet. But once I do get suppression, I don't have those gloves on. I put on Southbound to do Eater and Exarch, which I'll show you here in just a second. I'll get suppression eventually, and my suppression will be capped. But I have more chaos resist though. I have a lot more chaos resist. I decided to get some chaos resist instead of suppression. But the damage is good. We got almost 4 million DPS, and you can see the configs are the same. This is nothing special. 25 shock, which I actually can shock more than that, I think. So the damage might actually be a little bit more. But yeah, DPS is good. This is all day one stuff. A lot of people tried to say like this isn't day one gear, but there you go. This is proof that it can be done day one, no problem, as long as you know what you're doing a little bit. So I'll show you guys a clip from when I did Eater and Exarch real quick. So here's Eater. When I first went into the fight, I didn't switch to Southbound yet because I just wanted to see if I could freeze him. And so you can see I got 32% shocks there on this is the quest version. I didn't freeze him immediately, but then I did freeze him right here. So I was able to proc Trinity We got up to 42% shock there. But then I wasn't freezing him consistently, and my Trinity wasn't proccing. So I decided to just put on southbound right in the middle of the fight, actually, and it kind of got me killed doing the swap a little bit. But I put on southbound right in the middle of the fight, and then you can see after that he freezes pretty much immediately, and then you can see the Trinity is up. The Trinity's up for pretty much the rest of the fight. So if you guys are having problems with Trinity, for doing your Eater and Exarch, just put on Southbound. Buy a Southbound for 1C, and that will solve all your problems. So yeah, there's Eater, and then this was my Exarch. Same story, I just wore Southbound the whole time, and you can see I'm getting my Trinity there. I actually died in the ball phase because I'm bad at this fight, but then he went down. He went down real easy. 50% shock there on Exarch. And so yeah, we got up to 70 Atlas completion. We made it to tier 16s, and yeah, the build's been performing pretty excellently. The league start was for this build is really smooth. I like this build a lot. It's very easy. It's Act 1, sucks, but once you get past that, it's smooth sailing, and had a good time. Performance was kind of crappy for me though. I don't know about you guys, but like
Just
the
need a
loading
moment
screens
to
in
catch
town
my
were,
breath.
it felt like I spent more time in loading screens in the campaign than I did actually playing the game. And you can see I got 17 hours playtime. A lot of that is AFK. Maybe like 2 hours of that is like AFK time, or even more maybe, uh, because I did a lot of like talking to my chat on stream and stuff. I streamed yesterday, but yeah, performance wasn't great. My latency is like much higher than it normally is, so that felt bad. I had a lot of rubber banding where I would be zooming around and I would like teleport back to where I was, and the loading screens were bad, but I didn't really crash much, and so I guess overall performance was okay. And then the league mechanic, I haven't really done the league mechanic very much. I just did it for a few minutes, a few rounds, and it didn't really jump out at me as like amazing. But I don't know. It's too early to say really. I'll do more of the league mechanic and probably make another video about that later, about what I think about the league mechanic. But yeah, that's about it I think for this quick little update. League start was good. Build's good. Hope you guys are having fun. Hope you guys are having a good league so far. And thanks for watching. See you next time.